Hi everyone, Petrik here. Today's video will be the final video of the year 2025 on my YouTube channel. And yeah, we are finally at the end of the year. My next video after this one, it will be Petrik's Choice Awards. Now, usually I post that on the last day of the year, but this time I think I'll be posting that either on the 1st or on the 2nd of January. I hope many of you will tune in to that video as well. But now, for today's video, I'll be talking about all the books that I do plan to read in the month of January 2026. If you have been following my YouTube channel, then you might have noticed that I have kind of taken down monthly TBR from my YouTube channel. This is mainly because I kept on failing in the year 2025. I kept on failing getting around to the books that I want to read this year. And I'm trying to fix that in the year 2026. I'm trying to get my groove back when it comes to reading. And one of the things that I definitely want to achieve in the new year in 2026, and this is one of the biggest goals for me, is to get more 5-star books. And I will start that immediately from the month of January. And yeah, with that in mind, the books that I plan to read next month, they are considered, in Gen Z words, bangers. So yeah, let's start immediately from the first one. And I considered myself blessed by the gods here. This is The Last Contract of Isako. This actually just came yesterday or 2 days ago. But yeah, this is the newest book from Fondali. It is a standalone, a sci-fi novel, and you know how much I love the Greenbone Saga. I'm wearing the Greenbone Saga t-shirt right now, and I consider that the best fantasy trilogy up there, together with the Mistborn series, with the Mistborn trilogy, the first one. But that's because that series is practically very special to me. It sparked my love for reading after all. But I'm going on a tangent here. But this is all to say, The Last Contract of Isako has already been in my list of most anticipated books ever since I completed the Greenbone Saga, and now it is in my hand now. It's about 500 pages long, and it is samurai in space. Basically, it is samurai or John Wick in space. But if you want to know, this is from Fondali's words herself. The Last Contract of Isako is my mashed up love letter to the cyberpunk genre, the Shanbara films of Akira Kurosawa and Masaki Kobayashi, and the vibes of Blade Runner and John Wick. It's not a relaxing book, but you don't expect that from me, do you? So this book should be about Isako, who is a legendary swordswoman who is, well, on her last contract before her legend ends. And on the back it is written, the must-read science fiction novel of the year, Live by the Code, Die by the Knife. And yeah, I'm excited about this one. This will be the first book that I tackle in the year 2026. I might even start this on the 31st of December if I have the time. But yeah, I have a feeling this will be a 5-star books, 5-star reading experience for me, and I'm so excited, including the next one. This one has been in my TBR pile for probably 2 years now, and I think it's time to clear this off my TBR pile. And I'm talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman, the 8th book. I think book number 8 is going to be out this year, A Parrot of Horribles. So yeah, that one is ready to be released in June 2026. And let's see whether I can catch up to the series or not. But if not, well, at the very least, I want to read some of the books in the series. It is time. It is time for me to find out why this series is so well loved. And hopefully this Kickstarter edition that I bought, including the second and the third book, is not wasteful. I hope that this will become one of my new favorite series, especially based on everything that I have heard. It is unlikely that I will end up disliking this one. So yeah, I'm excited about this, and let's see what Matt Dinniman has in store for me. And for those of you who missed out on this edition, I believe it is still possible to get this edition through a late backer kit campaign. I will try to leave the link in the description down below, and you can check out whether it is actually possible or not to get this one, and also the second and the third book, the Kickstarter campaign edition. It is a beautiful edition though. This one comes with a new cover art, new end paper by Luciano Fleitas, and also plenty of new interior artwork by the same artist. And yeah, looking forward to reading this in January. Moving on to the next one, as I said, I'm pretty serious about getting those 5-star reading experience, so I'm going to put The Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry in my TBR pile of January. So yeah, let's see whether I will end up loving this one or not. On the back, it is written, if you only read one Western novel in your life, read Lonesome Dove. Lonesome Dove? Lonesome Dove? Lonesome Dove? How to pronounce that actually? But anyway, yeah. I think if you have read my reviews of Red Country by Joe Abercrombie, which is the 6th title in the First Law world, then you might know that I'm not usually a fan of Western setting in my media consumption, whether it's movie, TV show, and also books. Now, it is not absolute. There are chances, and there are several instances where I actually end up enjoying Western setting movies or stories. It is not absolute that I immediately dislike everything that is Western. But I heard so many times now that Lonesome Dove is basically the best version of Western setting storytelling in books. So yeah, let's try to read this one. I think originally this was supposed to be a one-off standalone novel, but it became a 4-book series. And chronologically, this one takes place the 3rd one in the 4 books series. So yeah, it's probably kind of like Star Wars, and then we read the next one, which is the sequel to this, and then we go back to the beginning, which is the 1st and the 2nd title. But yeah, something like that. Again, I could be wrong about it, but let me know if you have read the entire quartet, which one is your favorite book in the series, and whether the rest of the series is actually worth the read or not. Because I always heard about Lonesome Dove, but I never heard about the other books in the series. And then after that, the 4th book that I want to read, it is time to conclude The Last King of Ostenard. The Navigator's Children Into the Narrow Dark was one of my favorite books of this year, and I really want to find out how the story ends in The Last King of Ostenard. Into the Narrow Dark definitely got darker, and let's see whether it will get even darker in The Navigator's Children. Things are going really bad for our main characters in Into the Narrow Dark, and I think it is time for them to make a grand comeback in The Navigator's Children. But I'm a fan of Ted Williams' writing, and yeah, I'm excited about this one. This has been in my TBR pile way longer than I expected. I wanted to read this one on release date, but again, I couldn't get around to it due to my schedule and also busy life. And finally, the last book that I plan to read in January is again another big book, and it is A Return to the World of Verda by Philip C. Quantrill. So this is the first book in the Time of Dragons series, Once There Were Heroes. So this book takes place thousands of years before the events of the Echoes saga, which begins with the Rise of the Rangers. I have read and also covered that series on my YouTube channel, not in a singular video, but multiple wrap-up video. I do have a book review on the Rise of the Ranger though, so if you want to know my full thoughts about that one, spoiler free, you can check that out. But yeah, A Time of Dragons supposedly is even better than the Echo Saga. I had a great time reading the 9-book series of the Echo Saga. Now let's see whether A Time of Dragons actually will top that series. And yeah, I think you don't have to actually read the Echo Saga to understand this one, but I'm sure there will be Easter eggs and reference to the characters and events that is going to happen or characters to be met in the Echo Saga. So let's see how much Philip C. Quantrill improve as a writer and storyteller in A Time of Dragons series. So that's it. Those are the 5 books that I plan to read in January. If I have some time to read something else, I will pick up something, I don't know, something more urgent to my schedule, or maybe something random. Let's see what my reading mood decides. But the goal is to read 4 or 5 of these books in January. That's my ambition right now. I'm trying to be more realistic and enjoy these big books as best as I could. And yeah, that's pretty much everything that I want to read in the month of January. And again, I guess this is it. This is the end of the year 2025, and I just want to say thank you so much to all of you who keeps on tuning to my YouTube channel. I know that this year has been a weird year for me, whether it comes to reading or content creating, but I truly appreciate all of you for sticking with me this year and all the year before. I am only human after all. There will be up and down in my life, and including my reading content and also my content creation on my YouTube channel. But yeah, do let me know what you think about the books that I plan to read in January, and of course let me know which books you're going to choose to kick off your new year. And yeah, that's pretty much it from me today. As always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for your support. Happy New Year. Bye bye. Lastly, I want to say thank you so much once again to all my patrons who keep on supporting me.